In this training module, you'll be taken through the basics of understanding ATC, Automatic Train Control, and ACSES, Advanced Civil Speed Enforcement System. ATC and ACSES work together to relay signal aspects and speed restrictions to the equipment in the cab. You should always follow in-cab signalling, even if you have not enabled enforcement. As you have enabled enforcement, penalty braking will be applied if speed restriction limits are not acknowledged or adhered to. Let's take a look over the onboard equipment to understand how to read and react to them. Most of your information will be displayed in this ADU, or Aspect Display Unit. The speed indicators on the left side of the ADU display the current ATC cab aspect. The track speed shown on the right of the ADU is the current speed for ACSES. You should always adhere to the lowest of these two speeds, even if enforcement isn't enabled. Let's get moving and see how ATC and ACSES will enforce speed limit changes. The ADU is currently showing a 60 speed aspect. This means you're able to drive up to your maximum authorized speed. The alerter will sound periodically if certain controls are not interacted with. When this happens, you must acknowledge the alerter or penalty braking will be applied. If penalty braking is applied, you will need to recover the train once it has come to a stop. To recover the train, you will need to recharge the brake pipe. Move the master controller into the max brake position and then press and hold the brake charge button. reduced aspect. When this happens, the alerter will sound. You must acknowledge the restriction and move the master controller into the braking range to slow the train down to the required speed. The onboard computer keeps track of the train's position and calculates a safe braking curve for upcoming ACSES speed restrictions. The speed aspect shown on the ADU is changed. This could indicate there is congestion or another train ahead. Track sections under ATC and ACSES might be occupied by multiple trains, allowing for high density on busier lines. Not only must you drive at a reduced speed, but you are expected to drive by sight, which means you must be prepared to stop if you see a train in front of you. The line ahead has cleared. You do not need to acknowledge speed increases, only reductions. Overspeeding may result in penalty braking being applied. Always stick to the maximum permitted speed. When adhering to the ACSES displayed track speed, you have a grace of 3 miles per hour over the maximum authorized speed. Any more and an alarm will sound. You then have 8 seconds to reduce your speed before penalty braking is applied. If you exceed 6 miles per hour over the displayed track speed, penalty brakes will come on immediately. Remember, always stick to the maximum authorized speed shown on the ADU, even if you have not enabled enforcement. Failure to do this may cause unsafe conditions on the line. As a new driver, you should remain a few miles per hour under the maximum authorized speed. This will give you enough of a buffer to avoid speeding penalties and react to speed reductions. Good work. That concludes this introduction to ATC and ACSES. You can always replay this training module if you ever need to refresh your memory.